Good afternoon and thank you for tuning in to UI7 News. I'm Aaron Navarro and here are some of today's top stories. 10 explosive packages addressed to key political figures were intercepted yesterday and this morning, but authorities are on the lookout for more possible devices en route. CNN's Karen Kaifa has the story for you.
President Trump expressing condemnation at a rally in Wisconsin after a day that had the political world on alert.
Any acts or threats of political violence are an attack on our democracy itself.
The FBI says they are investigating a number of bombs as domestic terrorism.
We will find those responsible and we will bring them to justice.
Authorities say the explosive devices were addressed to high-profile figures. One of the packages arrived at the mailroom of the Time Warner Center building, which houses CNN's New York bureau.
What we saw here today was an effort to terrorize. This clearly is an act of terror.
That package was addressed to former CIA Director John Brennan. He blamed the recent political rhetoric.
If I and others are being targeted because we're speaking out and we're living up to our responsibilities as citizens, I think that, again, is a very unfortunate turn of events.
Authorities are asking the public to stay alert because there could be more devices.
We're working with the Postal Service to see if we can interdict if any more of these packages do show up.
And the governor of New York has upped security at key infrastructure points.
We don't know what the ongoing threat is right now. We don't know that there won't be more of these devices that are showing up.
We'll have more on that story, including how President Trump addressed the situation on our news break at 5 p.m. At least 7 children have died from an outbreak of adenovirus at a nursing center and rehab center in New Jersey. Health officials are tracking at least 11 more confirmed cases from that same place, and they are working around the clock to keep the outbreak contained. CNN's Mary Maloney has more on the virus and what you can do to protect yourself from it.
There are many different ways that adenovirus can manifest as illness. You can get pink eye, as the governor had said, or cough. You can get bronchitis, pneumonia.
There are more than 50 strands of adenovirus. And if you're infected, it can often feel like you're coming down with the common cold or the flu, bringing on similar symptoms like fever, headaches, body aches, breathing problems, and sometimes eye infections. Like the flu, it can spread quickly, silently, and it can be a killer, especially in people with weak immune systems.
They're often transmitted not only by sneezing and coughing, but also if the particles that are passed from your sneezing and coughing end up on other objects or particles around you, and other people go and touch it and then touch their mouths or nose without washing their hands. That's how they can obtain the virus.
Officials urge no one should panic about this outbreak spreading. That adenovirus poses no threat to the public at large, but there are ways you can keep yourself protected.
Let's all do the smart, simple things like washing hands and keeping hands away from eyes and coughing and sneezing and like this as opposed to like this, and the basic stuff.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
Moving back to politics, those who are looking to vote early this election finally have their spot on campus. The first early voting campus location opened in the Illini Union today. Room 404 in the Union is the only place on campus for early voting. Any voter registered in Champaign County may vote at any location. If you do cast your vote early, you are not eligible to cast a vote on Election Day on November 6. It's voting season and rainy season. That's what it's looking like this weekend. Let's see your next 3 days of weather right now. As you can see, it's raining Friday to Sunday. There's a high of 51, low of 39 on Friday. Saturday is the highest high of 56, while Sunday has a high of 52 and low of 38. So make sure to stay warm and dry this weekend. So whether you're celebrating this Halloween weekend or staying inside, make sure to stay warm and dry these next couple of days. Even though it may be a bit too wet and cold for the weekend and pumpkin picking, Champaign County still has the option for you. The Nagin Guard Pumpkin Patch always tends to see a surge in pumpkin sales in the fall season. But with 6 days until Halloween, make sure to pick up your pumpkin before it's too late. Some pumpkin patches such as Nagin Guard close at the end of this month. UI7 News' Peyton Wessner has the full report on the patch later in our 5 p.m. broadcast. And that's it for your UI7 News. Your next update will be at 4:30. Make sure to follow us on social media at UI7 News on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you get it. I'm Aaron Navarro for UI7 News. We will see you later at 5 p.m.